You are now tuned into Flippin the Birds, a Philly Sports Network podcast.
What's going on, Eagles fans? Welcome all to episode 43 of Flippin the Birds. I'm Brian Cameron. He's Chris Infante, and we're back for another Flippin the Birds Tuesday. How you feeling, brother?
Feeling all right. Things are opening up again. I went to a brewery called Bolero Snort on Saturday for the first time. It was my first brewery trip since whenever things started happening. Mm-hmm. Very good brewery.
Which one did you go to?
Bolero Snort. I said that if you were listening.
Did you say that in the beginning?
Yeah, I just said that.
Sorry, I'm trying to adjust right now. I'm trying to get everything in order.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you need to adjust.
Listen, you need to adjust that beard. What's going on with that? You never leave it that dark.
It's not that dark. If you see the grays here.
It's pretty dark.
Over here, it's dark. Yeah, let me here. There we go. Oh, no, I just made it worse. Oh.
What happened to your computer?
Holy shit.
This is the wipe challenge?
It is. Okay.
Emu's going to come on your next wipe?
Yeah. I'm going to turn into Liam. There's some transformation. But yeah, I went to Bolero Snort in Carlstadt, New Jersey, in Bergen County. We got lucky because we had our daughter down there, and apparently in phase 2 you can't have strollers and kids. We didn't know. Only 21 and over. We figured we could bring her because she can't walk. Mm-hmm. It's not like she's going anywhere. So and then, that was my argument. They were like, all right, just go to the back. And I hope no one from a brewery police station is listening right now because they could get in trouble. And then I called up some other places I wanted to hit up. I wanted to go to Elementary in Hackensack. Wouldn't allow me. They wouldn't allow me because of the stroller. I wanted to go to Brick City in Little Ferry. Wouldn't allow me because of the stroller. So we just bought some beer and just drank. It is what it is. But now that, hopefully things will start opening up a little bit more. Summertime.
First and foremost, Happy Father's Day. Even though I did
Happy Father's Day to you too. Yeah, Happy Father's Day to all of.
This was actually your first Father's Day.
Yes, it's my first Father's Day.
Third.
Yes, this is my first Father's Day. Yeah, I felt really old. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is. At least it's on my third.
Wow. I'm tenured. I'm not old.
Tenured my ass. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, so what we're going to do today, we're going to bring you part 2 of which Eagle wore it best. This time we're going to take on the defensive side. And I think we left off.
We had some rookies, too. We did one rookie last time. I think we did Prince last time, and we just threw him in there, and we forgot about everybody else.
Yeah.
So, so we got some players to go through today, but quickly, there are a little bit of storylines right now with the Eagles. And, with Brandon Brooks out, there's Albert Breer came out and said Eagles might look at Joe Thuney, and not right now, but in a few weeks if training camp happens and when training camp happens, who knows what's going to happen with all these.
But you did an article on it.
I did, and it came out today.
And that's a hell of a cap here. If we
this year,
okay,
this year they can fit it. Mm-hmm. Cap space goes down to $10 million if they get them. They have no room next year.
Yeah, next year is looking very scary.
Next year they are in the red for next year. They are negative $50 million. So they haven't signed a lot of rookies so far. They haven't. They have. They only signed Prince. They've only signed Prince so far. They still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rookies to sign. So after they sign all those rookies, they probably have close to maybe $20 million left in cap room. Mm. They got to roll that over to next year. That's $30 million left to get back under the salary cap. And we know Howie's a magician. You gotta worry about Zach Ertz's extension, and that's a topic for another day. You got.
You had me right here. I was so close to bringing it up, man, because Twitter worked my nerves over the weekend.
So we got Zach Ertz's extension.
There we go.
We even got Dallas Goedert's extension.
Wait, time out. Can you for the fans out there? Can you define what an extension means?
It means to extend.
And what happens to the player that gets extended?
Elongate their contract. I mean,
with the same team, correct?
Add more years to their contract with the current team.
Okay, just want to clarify that.
To piss you off, I would take Dallas Goedert over Ertz right now.
Listen, I don't disagree with that.
Because Zach Ertz is old.
But
he's
Zach Ertz catches everything that comes his way. I
understand that, but if you're gonna hitch the future of the franchise and say, listen,
are we turning this conversation? I need to know this right now. Are we turning the conversation?
Yeah, sure. So,
wait, do you want to finish your Joe Thuney point first?
No, in a minute.
Okay.
If the Jets came over to you and said, listen, we want either Dallas Goedert or Zach Ertz for Jamal Adams. Forget about the cap situation. Forget about it. That's not a factor right now. I'm not. And again, let me preface this by saying,
is your wife in the room?
No, she's upstairs putting my daughter to sleep. Let me preface this by saying, neither one of us wants Zach Ertz traded. No, again, for those listening at home or watching us, look at me right now. Neither one of us wants Zach Ertz traded. He's Carson Wentz's security blanket. Yeah, as you can see by the thousands of catches he has every year. If the Jets said, "Here's Jamal Adams," and he says extension, how many years?
Okay.
We would take either Zach Ertz or Dallas Goedert. I'm sending them.
It's not straight up.
No, let's just forget about the details.
In a perfect world.
Forget about the other details.
Okay.
If the Jets say, Joe Douglas says, you can either send the Zach Ertz because he's a security blanket for Sam Darnold, and he can help him grow and all that, and he can help Chris Herndon, who's a very good tight end, learn. They could have their own 12 personnel over there, or we'd like Dallas Goedert so he can, be the tight end of the future, maybe with Chris Herndon, kind of like what the Bucs have going on, Gronk and O.J. Howard down there, what they have going on down there, to grow with Sam Darnold. Either or. We're fine with either one. If I'm Howie, I'm sending him Zach Ertz. You have to factor in age. You have to factor in price of extension, because if you're extending one of the two players, Ertz or Adams, I'm extending Adams. Adams is 24.
He's a monster. He's definitely a monster.
He's an absolute beast.
Okay.
You're extending him for 5 years. You have him till he's 29. And if you're extending Zach Ertz 3 or 4 years, now he's in his mid-30s. Where, you have Dallas Goedert.
But you don't think Zach Ertz will continue to take that hometown discount? You cannot tell me that Zach Ertz does not make sponsorships. Every player household does. Specifically.
Okay, listen, Zach Ertz is probably not going to do what Tom Brady does. Tom Brady's not even the breadwinner in his family. Giselle probably takes in millions and billions of dollars every year.
Probably takes.
I'm sure she has her sponsorship.
I feel like if you drive up to the Ertz's house, you're going to see nothing but sponsorship billboards.
Yeah, probably. But it's. But unfortunately, women's soccer is not as paid as much as they should be. Her money's probably all sponsorships, but. If you look at Zach Ertz, who's 29, he turns 30 in November.
Who has not slowed down. Let's throw that in there. He has not slowed down. This is not an aging player that's declining.
No, he hasn't. But you have to look at age. You look at how he's going to be 30. You sign an extension probably to his 34, 35. Dallas Goedert is not 30. He was born in 1995. He's 25 years old. You sign him to a contract extension, another 3 or 4 years, he's 29. He's entering his prime. He's already a much more exceptional blocker than Zach Ertz is.
But doesn't that change the defense, the offense a little bit too much for the Eagles' taste right now? They're focused on 12 personnel. The focus is.
I understand. I understand that. That's why I'm saying no one's going anywhere right now. But if the Jets came to you and said, "Listen, you can have the face of your defense paired up with Darius Slay." For the Slay has a 3-year contract, so for the next 3 years, you get to have Jamal Adams and Darius Slay in your secondary. If you send us Zach Ertz.
Not against it, but I would love to have Jamal Adams line up a safety with us. I would love it.
Like in the secondary, you have right now Sidney Jones, Devontae Maddox, Cravon LeBlanc, Jalen Mills. Learning from Darius Slay and Nick Coleman. You would have Kayvon Wallace and Rodney McHugh wouldn't be really learning from him. Will Parks learning from Jamal Adams.
But you don't think the Eagles all right? Let's feather off Zach Ertz a little bit. You don't think the Eagles pull off this trade without throwing in Ertz or Goddard?
This trade, well, first of all, this trade is not happening.
Obviously not, but
let's play around with it. This kind of trade does not happen without an exceptional player going the other way. Or it could be a first round pick, but the Eagles haven't traded a first round pick since 2009, and that's when Joe Banner was.
What about Alshon? I don't know if you saw the Instagram post.
Yeah, all these Instagram posts are so stupid. Yeah.
You don't think Alshon would be a good trade bait?
The Jets are not taking Alshon Jeffrey. As much as I want to say, before everything happened, when we were all on board with Alshon being the snitch, which I'm not on board with that anymore. I was on the train of contract for contract, bad contract for bad contract.
Okay.
Send Alshon Jeffrey to the Jets before Brashad Perriman went there, before Denzel Mims went there, and send back C.J. Mosley. Bad contract from the Jets because Joe Douglas did not do that contract for C.J. Mosley, even though they worked. He had him in. He
didn't do the Bell contract either, right?
No, he didn't do either contract. So You're looking at someone who inherited bad contracts, who signed Alshon Jeffrey to the Eagles. Did he? I don't know.
Did he really? No, because I thought
I don't know.
Joe came after that. He came after that draft.
But still, he's familiar with, and he was also familiar with C.J. Mosley. But you inherit as your first stint as GM this really bad contract for someone who didn't play much at all. So you sent the Eagles had a need a linebacker. The Jets had a need a wide receiver. Flip them. Bad contract. Now, obviously, it's not going to happen anymore. That was probably my only way of thinking the Jets will take Alshon Jeffrey. But right now, they won't do it.
I don't know. Ever since he posted that identical Travis Scott looking picture on Instagram, I mean, it might be a new Alshon coming.
It might be a new Alshon, but right now the Jets have Brashad Perriman, they have Denzel Mims, they have Jamison Crowder.
Yeah.
They have a really good tight end, Chris Herndon, who can't stay healthy either. They still got Le'Veon Bell.
And they got Mano Imano, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Mr. Make Out with everyone. Do they still have Quincy Enunwa? I don't know how you pronounce his damn name.
Quincy Enunwa has been the weirdest case in the NFL.
He has been because he's really
so
good.
Sporadic. He's great one time, and then I know he just disappears, and you don't hear about him at all.
He's really good. Oh, he's missing the entire 2020 with spinal stenosis. Poor guy. Because he's really good.
Wow.
But Alshon's as much as I want to say Alshon's getting traded, he's not getting traded.
So you would really just swing Zach Ertz if Jamal Adams is on the table?
Yes.
I can't do it.
It's a fucking business. If we learn anything, like
you're talking about the greatest tight end in franchise history, who's gonna be the all-time leading receiver in franchise history by the end of the season if he stays with the team. If you don't trade him to the Jets.
Okay. Records. Okay, we're gonna keep him around. What is Howie? If Joe Douglas,
the only consistency we have.
If Joe Douglas said, "Hey, listen, Jamal Adams for Zach Ertz," not even talking about Dallas Goedert, Jamal Adams for Zach Ertz. Is how
you got to throw a high picking for me.
Is Howie gonna say, "Nah, he's gonna break some records this year. I'm gonna, no thanks."
No, Howie can say
it's a business.
Of our offense.
You got to look at the. And first of all, he's not going to be the leading receiver yard-wise, probably ever. Zach Ertz. He receptions. He'll be the highest receptions after this year. Yes, he's 64 receptions away from tying Harold Carmichael all time.
Oh yes, that's the record. My apologies.
Yeah,
receiving yards for some reason. Receiving yards in seasons. I'm like he's been leading the team in
receiving yards. He is 2,702 yards away. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Deshaun Jackson. Zach Ertz is 3,250 something.
So that's 3 more years.
He's not gonna do that.
You don't think he'll break it?
No. 3 years, averaging over 1,000 yards a year.
Yeah.
No.
Talking about 1,100. No.
While you have Deshaun Jackson on the team, while you have Rager on the team, while you have Dallas Goedert on the team, while you have he's probably not touching 1,000 yards again.
You don't think so?
No. You look at. I mean, I know Kelsey's Travis Kelsey's an anomaly because I think he's better than Zach Ertz.
Oh yeah, I do believe Travis Kelsey's the best tight end in football right now.
But then you look at George Kittle; he gets all those yards because there wasn't really much else around him. And now with Debo hurt, I know Debo's going to be back, sooner, but who else is Jimmy G going to throw to? So,
Who did they draft? They drafted
they drafted Kimmel and Ayuk.
Okay.
But it's Kittle. It's really Kittle's show over there.
Yeah.
So, but Zach Ertz now with everybody around him, I don't think he's touching 1,000 yards again.
Well, let's see how everybody around him looks. Let's not get too hard ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we'll see. But I stand by what I say because I'm right. Anywho,
come off your high horse.
So Joe Thuney again. It's the thing is, obviously they have a need a right guard, but if you trade for Joe Thuney, who's primarily a left guard, you send him over to left guard and you move Seumalo over to right guard after a year of a really good play from Seumalo on left side. And if you remember from our friend Jay Thomas, playing left side is a lot different than playing right side.
Mm-hmm.
And you factor in Seumalo, whose base is a center. So, and Trey Thomas, when he was talking to us, told us, how Seumalo would be good as a center. That's where he comes from. And a lot of times when he's lining up on the line, he lines up balanced. And when you should be more staggered when you're a guard, almost to the extent that the tackle is. So he finally got that down on the left side. So you take him from where he's comfortable and move to the right side. I mean, obviously, and I read this in my case article too. Moving Seumalo over shouldn't preclude them from making a move for Thuney. Howie's not going to say, no, we have Isaac Seumalo, we're good. But it's just, consistency is key for an offensive line. Mm-hmm. And to move him over to the right side and throw him off a little bit just so you can get a high-priced guard. I know he's second-team All-Pro. I know he didn't have one penalty last year. And we're not used to that as Eagles fans,
Yeah, we used to Jason Peters getting a penalty every time we get a big drive.
We're used to a penalty and the coin flip. That's just what it was.
I wouldn't make the move personally, man.
I wouldn't.
That prior waiting, you have the kid who just drafted out of Auburn as well.
Driscoll, yeah.
Yeah,
it's if you get Thuney, one of two things happens next year. You let him go, and Howie collects a comp pick, which will probably be third-round comp pick, but that's not until 2022. And we know Howie loves his comp picks. But, comp picks, if it's in the top, 5%, I think, or 10% of contracts, you get a third-round pick, and that's Thuney's going to be, the highest paid guard in the league. He'll
probably end up in New York somehow, some way.
Yeah. Or he might, go to Dallas. And, because Dallas apparently likes to pay everybody, big money. Who cares about the cap?
Speaking of Dallas, Dak Prescott signed that tender.
Yeah, congratulations. I just can't wait. I just can't wait till July 16th comes around, they cannot sign him anymore to a long-term deal. He plays the year and he holds out. Maybe we'll see.
That's gonna be scary times for the Cowboys.
It's just you're not gonna be able to and the Cowboys fans we're still gonna get Jamal Adams. You're gonna sign Dak Prescott to a long ass deal, averaging $34 to $35 million a year, and you got Zeke, and you got Cooper, and you're gonna sign Jamal Adams to a high. You're not about to have the highest paid quarterback. You're not about to have the highest paid running back and the highest paid receiver with a highest paid safety. It's not gonna happen.
They're going to end up playing NFL Blitz just 4 on 12.
Right. Especially when the cap is supposed to go lower. I don't know how much the cap is supposed to lower, but the COVID stuff is going to significantly –
I think it was by 50 mil, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's going to ridiculously lower the cap. So, that screws the Eagles, obviously. But let's go. As long as Jamal Adams doesn't go to the Cowboys, I'm good. But, because they were all about that Earl Thomas stuff. They just had fantasies about the safeties for a long time, and now they're going to get stuck with Clinton. But so you send Thuney out. Kelsey retires.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got Brandon Brooks back. You say Amalu back to left. And then you got to worry about the center position now. Maybe Driscoll takes over because Driscoll has been working as center.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Herbig's to start over. Or you keep Thuney, you extend him. Brooks comes back, and say Amalu's your center of the future. So there's really only two options you have there. But then if you sign Thuney to an extension, just there's no more money. You're gonna have to cut a lot. Derek Barnett's probably not coming back
Most likely not unless he has a monster season. But
Marquise Goodwin can be cut for savings next year. And then you're gonna work a lot of contracts again. Ertz extension.
It's happening no matter what.
Goddard extension, maybe a Fletcher Cox restructuring or extension. A lot of other things. I mean, I know Kelsey's retirement will take his contract to the books, but it's just a lot. At some point, and then you go look at even 4 years down the line when Dillard is up now. Because now after this year, you're 2 years into Dillard's contract, then you pick up his 5th-year option.
Well, 4 years down the line, you got to get on. You have to re-up on Wentz again, right?
Yeah. So he's probably going to be making $50 million a year or a bit more.
And then my thing right now is I feel like, and don't throw a thunder at me for this one, but I don't think we need a right guard right now more than we need a safety. If people are throwing out the idea of Joe Thuney, why not make Jamal Adams more realistic?
I wrote in my article that I don't agree with getting Thuney.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, you still have Larry Warford out there. You still have Ronald Leary out there who was,
and you have more than enough talent.
And you have Matt Pryor, right? You have Matt Pryor there who's solid-ish, but he knows the system. So give him a chance, and he wears the number 69. So
and trust Stoutland.
Yeah, Stoutland's the GOAT of offensive line coaches, and he's the offensive line coach that will not be defensive coordinator next year. So shout out to Juan Castillo. All right, so back to our numbers. We are now on defense. We're on defense now, and our first number, who was the best, is Jalen Mills, the best to ever wear number 21 for the Eagles. Now, this is an easy no. Easy no. First of all, it's Jalen Mills. Second of all, Ronald Darby takes the cake.
Do we count him as 21?
Ronald Darby obviously takes the cake.
We should never speak of Ronald Darby.
So the 21s, Ronald Darby, obviously. Before him, Patrick Robinson.
What a phenomenal season.
Yep. Leotis McKelvin.
I hated him so much.
Jerome Copeland, Rock Carmichael, David Sims, Joselio Hansen, Mr. Underrated. I love Joselio Hansen. William James, Matt Ware. Now these two, right? The next two are gonna. Well, I know the answer, but it's kind of tough. No, not really. Bobby Taylor. He's real good, Bobby Taylor. Or, which this is the answer.
I feel like you're waiting for this one to come in. Like, I hear the drum in my head.
Who's the answer?
I have no idea.
You don't know who wore number 21, who's the best Eagles to wear the Eagles 21. I'll give you a hint. He should be in the Hall of Fame. He's not.
That's like 1,000 players that should be in the Hall of Fame and they're not.
So on the Eagles? No.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get comfortable here. We just moved a new couch into this room. It's not the best.
Don't make excuses for you not realizing. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. 5.
Okay.
4. Yeah. Eric Allen.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Listen, man.
I need a new co-host. Anybody out there who's an Eagles fan and not a fake one like Brian.
Wow.
Yeah. So Eric Allen. No, definitely number 2. We don't have to go through anybody else. Eric Allen's not.
I feel like we really shouldn't count Jalen Mills as 21 right now. I mean,
that's what he wears. So, all right, next, Eric Allen. Well, he should be in the Hall of Fame. It's criminal, very criminal. And the next number has been really debated. Not who's the best to wear this number, but who's been the best corner between Eric Allen and this person, who I think is the best 22 in Eagles history. So we got 22, Sidney Jones right now.
So we agree Sidney Jones is the best in Eagles history.
Yes. Okay. Second best now. Nolan Carroll. Brandon Boykin, who was really good. I loved Brandon Boykin.
He had such a good time here, and I know we're just freaking chipped,
Brandon Boykin was really good. Asante Samuel.
It just stops and starts with Asante Samuel.
Yeah, because then you go before him, Josiah Hansen again. He's worth 2 numbers. Eric McCoo, Deuce. Deuce was 22.
He was.
But he's not better than Asante Samuel. So, you look at Asante Samuel, and, he was fucking good. Excuse my language. But it is 4 years in Philly. 4 years. He had 23 interceptions.
Asante Samuel became the reason why Philly sucks at cornerback right now. Because he set the standard so freaking high.
In 4 years, he had 23 interceptions. The Eagles have not had 23 interceptions total in the last decade.
Outside of Madden, they have not.
No. So you look at Asante Samuel, or was Eric Allen the best corner in Eagles history? Eric Allen played 7 years with Philly, 34 interceptions, 110 and 110 games, 111 games. Sorry, 110 started.
How many games did Samuel play for us?
Asante Samuel played 56.
So if you played 56 more, you would have passed Eric Allen. Guaranteed.
Maybe. Not maybe.
Yeah. 23 in 4 years.
He had 5 pick sixes, and Asante Samuel only had 2 pick sixes. And he likes to call himself pick six.
I mean,
Eric Allen in 1993 had 6 interceptions. 4 of them were pick sixes. That's insane. It's absolutely.
Wow.
The answer is Eric Allen.
When's the last time the Eagles had a pick six?
Oh, I don't know. You got. I'm gonna look it up right now. But it's that's weird. Oh, no, that doesn't count. I'm thinking of wasn't it Gary last year? The year before?
No, I'm talking corners.
Corners.
I'm talking about linebackers right now. Howie.
Scandrick had a strip sack and touchdown. I'm trying to think.
I feel like the last one might have been Rodney McLeod.
Probably. So let me see. Hold on. Let me. I'm going to do this. Interception return for a touchdown. Oops. Bear with us, boys and girls.
Yeah, because we're both searching for this one. I really want to know.
I'm going to get it right now. Slowly. Last by a corner was Jalen Mills. October 29th, 2017.
No, that wouldn't make sense then because Patrick Robinson had a pick six.
That was in the playoffs.
Oh, okay. Jalen Mills' pick six, was that against the 49ers?
Yep.
Damn, 2017, 2 years.
In the last, since Asante Samuel's pick six in 2011.
Wait a minute. 7 years in between?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying since Asante Samuel's pick six in 2011, the Eagles had 11 pick sixes total. It was Brandon Boykin, 2013.
Okay.
Malcolm Jenkins, 2014. Bradley Fletcher, 2014.
The Malcolm one was against the Patriots, the 100 one?
No, against the Niners.
Oh.
It was 53 yards. Bradley Fletcher. No, Nolan Carroll. Jordan Hicks had one. Malcolm Jenkins, that was the 100-yarder.
Okay.
Then Malcolm Jenkins again, 2016. Leotis McKelvin, 2016. Malcolm Jenkins again, 2016. Jalen Mills, 2017. Then we had Gary in 2019.
I feel like Gary just got lucky. I'm not ready to give Gary his own credit.
Nah. It's just the cornerback play has just been so bad.
It's been terrible.
It's been so
really
bad.
like no way to describe it.
It's been terrible. It really has been. It's.
You think about it. How long has it been that every single mock draft that always comes out, the Eagles are always mocked to get a cornerback in the first round? For how many years in a row has it been already?
Probably since I've been born.
I don't think that far back for sure.
Like, it's just so sad. Like, why can't we have nice corners?
Do you think it's part of the lack of talent evaluating the talent?
Yeah. Oh, all right. This pisses me off. Since 2012, which is the last year of which was the year after Asante Samuel was gone.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to put a guess on how many interceptions we've had in the secondary.
Since when?
Since Asante Samuel left.
Which his final year was what, 2011, you said?
Yeah, so from 2012 to now.
Say 16. Too much or too little?
I'm counting. 41.
I know. That's right. That's why I'm standing still right now.
Oh, I mean, it's a lot. But
okay.
it's from a collection of 22 different players.
Well, I figured they were going to let us down. So 16 is way too little, we're assuming. 33.
No, like, come on. Between 22 different players who've had an interception since 2012.
So 22. Between 22 and 30. We know Malcolm already has more than about a handful, no?
76.
Oh, okay. That's a lot more than I expected.
11 from Malcolm.
And damn.
8 from Rodney.
Wow.
Who has the most interceptions for a corner?
Currently on our roster or?
Since 2012.
Since 2012. Corner. You can say Jalen Mills?
Ronald Darby. With 6. With 6.
How many does Mills have?
4.
Wow.
Like, the fact that a player who played with the team 3 years has the most interceptions for a corner since 2012.
That's sad.
The next corner on the list is Kerry Williams. No, sorry. No, sorry. Russell Douglas, 5. And Kerry Williams had 5 also. Jalen Mills had 4.
Russell Douglas has more interceptions than Jalen Mills, and he can't even get on the damn field. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Yeah. Jalen Mills had 4. Patrick Robinson had 4. Nolan Carroll had 3. Bradley Fletcher had 3.
Patrick Robinson had 4 in the one season he was with us?
In one season, yes.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in today. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Namdi had 1. No, that's only since 2012. Sorry. No, Namdi played more than 1 year for us, but he had 4 in 2 years.
Namdi was such a he's DeMarco Murray all over again, or DeMarco Murray was him all over again.
It's so damn sad.
That's terrible. All right, let's compare it to another team. Let's talk about.
I'm gonna go. We're going down the numbers. Now I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, now
if we add in 2008 to 2011,
okay,
where Asante Samuel, that was Asante Samuel's. Asante Samuel has 23 interceptions. The next on the list is Malcolm Jenkins with 11.
He's not even a corner. He's a safety.
The next corner on the list is Brandon Boykin with 7.
How many years did Brandon play? 2, 3?
3. He had 7 in 3 years.
How many Mills has Mills played? How many years has Mills played?
He's going into his 5th year. He has 4 interceptions.
He has 4.
Yep.
And he's playing safety now.
Yeah.
Which, excuse my expression, but I'm actually looking forward to Jalen playing safety.
Yeah.
This is not a knock against him. It's just a knock against what the hell's going on.
Anyways, now we're on to number 23, which is Roddy McLeod's number.
Yes, it is.
So we got Nolan Carroll.
Yes, he did change that number. Okay.
Patrick Chung. DRC.
Mm-hmm.
Demetri Patterson.
It's a pretty long list.
Ryan Moats. And I think the argument stops right here.
Troy Vincent.
Troy Vincent was look at all these great corners we had. and now we got to go through.
Completely falling off the cliff. I feel like I'm getting more depressed as we go further deep into the podcast.
Troy Vincent had 8 years of 28 interceptions. He had 7 in 1999, led the league. Oh my god. This is a depression pod.
Should we just change the subject and
Jesus
talk about something?
Christ. Anyways, the next one is now
24. Which, looking at the list.
Is Darius Slay already the best 24 in Eagles history? So you're looking at Jordan Howard, Corey Graham, Ryan Matthews, Bradley Fletcher, Nnamdi Asomugha, Nnamdi's, Brandon Hughes, Jock Bell, Sheldon Brown.
Oh, yes. Wow.
Sheldon Brown. Blaine Bishop, Rod Smart. And then we're looking at
So are we saying Sheldon Brown Slay has not stepped onto the field yet?
We have to, I guess. Sheldon Brown, in 8 years, he had 19 interceptions for the Eagles. He had the hit of the century on Reggie Bush in the playoffs. He smacked them back to USC.
Smacked them is not the word.
He that was the hit that people talked about until Malcolm Jenkins laid out Brandon Cooks.
All right, just a segue. What was your initial reaction when Malcolm laid out Cooks like that?
Oh!
I think everybody in my room just stood in shock that this guy just got knocked the hell out.
We were at our friend's house watching the game, and I was like, oh! He's dead. Okay, so right now Sheldon Brown, but there's an asterisk on it.
Yeah, we could do that.
To be continued.
Correct, we could do that.
After Slay gets Asante Samuel interception this year. So we have 28 now, which is
Will Parks.
Philly Will. And we're looking at J.J. That's recycled J.J.
Yeah,
not original J.J. Yeah. That's recycled J.J. That's
like the 2.0 that nobody wanted.
Yeah, that's the sequel. The sequels aren't as good as the original. We got Wendell Smallwood, Earl Wolf, Deion Lewis, who really came into his own after he left.
Yeah, which happens pretty often for the Eagles.
Yeah. Marlon Jackson, Ramsey Robinson, Correll Buckhalter. Correll Buckhalter was really, really underrated for the Eagles. He was really good player. He was the Thunder and Lightning with Westbrook and Staley. It was really good. Before him, Amp Lee, Clarence Love, Mel Gray, a lot of people, a whole lot of people. So I'm guessing Buckhalter.
Yeah, I would assume the same thing just because. Yeah. I don't think I had to explain that.
So number 29. Who is?
Mr. Avonte Maddox, who will be competing for the number 2 cornerback spot.
Yeah,
this offseason.
some douchebag wrote an article about it. It's coming out tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Listen,
that
hold on.
was you.
That was me, one.
Oh, my
and
bad.
two, I was actually on both sides of the fence of Sidney Jones and Avonte Maddox.
I forgot it was you. My bad. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm posting an available slot for Flipping the Birds tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I copyrighted the name. So we got him. We got Blount, Terrence Brooks, DeMarco Murray.
That was such a disappointment, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did Chip not know how to use DeMarco Murray?
Because Chip.
Why the hell would you run him side to side? That was so frustrating to watch.
Yeah, we have Nate Allen. We have rookie LaShawn McCoy.
Happy feet. I remember that.
Rookie, Mr. 29, LaShawn McCoy. Tony Hunt. I'm sure a lot of people right now go like, "Oh, I forgot he wore 29."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tony Hunt, Roger Hood, Darryl Cook. This is a bad number. This is a really bad number.
I feel like this is gonna be one of those.
This is a skip.
Yeah.
So we got number 31 now. Nickel Roby Colvin. 31. This is a rough number. Also.
Should we just skip this one?
Holy shit.
I don't think we're gonna find a player that we can really say.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So we got Jalen Mills.
Mm-hmm. And then the next one.
Byron Maxwell.
Is he still in the league?
No. Sean Pryor.
No,
Sean Prater, sorry. Curtis Marsh. Ellis Hobbs. Al Harris back in the day when he was on the Eagles. Al Harris was drafted by the Eagles. A lot of people don't know him. A lot of people think of him just for his Green Bay days. He spent 5 years with the Eagles, 7 interceptions. So I guess by default he has.
You could just say, yeah.
Congratulations, Al Harris.
Again, not a knock on Mills, but we still haven't seen Mills really break out.
So now we got 32.
So Douglas. Mr.
Eric
New
Rowe.
Jersey himself.
Eric Rowe. Chris Polk. Chris Polk was such a little bowling ball.
Let me see something else.
He was a wrecking ball, Chris Polk. He's like, when you think of a guy who needs to be like the running back 3, like, he was like a little compound of just solid mass. He's 5'10", 224.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, he's only 30 right now, but he hasn't been in the league since 2015. He averaged on 11 carries in 2013, 8.9 yards per carry on 11 carries. His longest run was 38. So if you take that out, he had 10 carries for 60 yards. Then 2014, 46 rushes for 172 yards and 4 touchdowns. He was Mr. Goal Line. But he sucks. So, but 32 way back in the day. Let's go back to Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis was the safety before Malcolm Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Lewis, he was really damn good. He was really damn good for the Eagles. He only spent 5 years with the team, but he had 9 interceptions, 394 tackles. He had 106 tackles in 2005, along with 2 interceptions. He was really good for the Eagles. So congratulations, Michael Lewis. Because I'm looking at the other names, and there's Yeah. 34.
Cravon LeBlanc.
Is it him? Is it Dexter McDougal?
Donnell Pumphrey?
Is it Donnell Pumphrey? Is it Kenny Barner? Is it Bryce Brown? Is it Ronnie Brown? Is it Eldred Buckley? Is it Reno Mahi?
Keep going.
Well, who's next?
We have Jamie Reeder, Kevin Turner, and I think this guy's going to take it, Herschel Walker.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Herschel Walker played for the Eagles. He was Dallas, but he did play for the Eagles for 3 years. Mm-hmm. A lot of people right now are saying, "Oh, wow, really? He played for 3 NFC East teams." Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants. He went back to Dallas for his last 2 years, but he was not good. He had 1,000 yards in his first year at the Eagles, 8 touchdowns, and then 746 yards. It's Herschel Walker. We're going to give it to him.
Yeah, no-brainer.
Yeah, we're not going to give it to Dexter McDougal over him.
36.
Rudy Ford, who I forgot was on the team.
He got injured last season, I think, with a torn ACL or something like that.
So, I mean, do we have to talk about 36, or do we know who's the best 36 team in history?
It's only one, yeah. I mean, Ja'Cory Shepard took it by landslide.
I was thinking of John Brewer. And with Brian Westbrook second.
I'm thinking Westbrook all the way.
Of course. 37.
Who's wearing 37 right now? Oh, Marcus Epps, Mr. I got owned by DK Metcalf.
We got Ryan Lewis, Jonathan Cyprian, Trey Sullivan, C.J. Smith, Jalen Watkins, Jamal Wall, Sean Considine. I liked him. Sean Woodson. We're going to skip that one.
Yeah.
So
38.
38, Tremon Smith. Craig James, 39. 38. We're going to skip that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We'll give it to Skandrick.
I was thinking about giving it to Yeah. That's a terrible number.
39. Sheldon Brown also wore 39. Let's give it to him. He has 2 numbers.
Yeah, why not?
Who gives a shit? Let's go. Let's do it. Trevor Williams, who I have really high hopes for. Number 41.
I think he's gonna be a really solid pickup. The kid was a monster before he got injured.
I mean, 41.
It's a terrible number though.
It's a really bad number. But
assuming, maybe somebody gets cut, somebody gets traded, which, that's a very, very high possibility.
Yeah. I mean, Ronald Darby was a good 41. He wasn't a good anything else.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, you're looking at, Keith Byers played was with the team for a while, but he wasn't really that good. Skip.
Devontae Bosby, he barely got any playing time with us.
Skip. I'm going to go to Rick Lovato right now. I mean, he's not a defensive player, but he's number 45. And not really people wear 45. I mean, people do, but they're not good.
It's not a very common number.
Let's give it to him. Okay, now.
42.
42.
Kayvon Wallace.
Kayvon Wallace. Now, is Kayvon Wallace already the best 42 in Eagles history? As you're looking at Andrew Sendejo, Chris Maragos. I'm not going to knock Chris Maragos. He was really good.
Absolutely not. Yes.
Kirk Coleman. Jason Davis, Jack Brewer, Rashard Cook, Diallo Burks, David Whitmore, Mike Reed, John Booty, Eric Everett. Kayvon Wallace, congratulations. You're already the best 42 in Eagles history.
Yeah, I can't see any other reason to say.
And don't jump me. I was waiting for the rookies at the end.
Oh, well, I'm just going by numbers.
Don't jump me.
Don't get emotional.
Nathan Gary, 47.
Not too many people wear that number.
I mean, it has to go to Mr. Philly Special.
Trey Burton?
Yep. Congratulations.
Yeah, not a bad idea at all.
49.
Who's wearing 49 right now?
Alex Singleton. Was Boston Scott. That was original Boston Scott.
Do we think Alex Singleton will get a lick of
I hope so.
linebacker play this season? Because he was phenomenal. Me and Chris went to the Jets and Eagles game in the preseason. It was like the ultimate wrestling match with T.J. Edwards and Alex Singleton.
What an exciting.
But Singleton and Edwards put on a show. They were literally everywhere.
Yep. I hope so. I really like him. But I don't think he'll get a shot, which is a shame. You got Jamar Chaney, who's a pretty good linebacker for them. He had a lot of tackles. Got 1 year of Dan Klecko. Jamar Chaney, played 3 years with the Eagles, and he had 158 tackles. 1 year was 92. So that's what I meant by a lot of tackles. That was just in 1 year. Well, we can skip that one. 50. Duke Riley. We'll skip that one.
That Casey Matthews played for us.
We'll skip that one too. I really liked Will Witherspoon. I was so happy when they got him. Mark Semino. I really liked Mark Semino too. He played with the Eagles for 3 years, but he had 100 tackles his first year, and then he fell off the face of the earth. A lot of these players that come to the Eagles, they have a really good year, and then they
disappear after that.
Yeah.
It's just a testament to see, how great players can really be when they get the right playing time.
Yeah.
I think we should skip 51.
Yeah.
What do you think?
51, Sharif Miller. And then,
Then we have 52 now. Last person I wore is Zach Brown, but I think, is it Bradley or Taylor wearing?
We're not going to rookies yet.
Might as well go by order.
I completely forgot Jatavis Brown was signed. Completely forgot about him.
What number is he wearing?
53. Yeah, Najee Good before him, Ryan Rao, Moise Foku, Mark Semino, Hugh Douglas. I mean, that's it right there. Hugh Douglas.
Yeah.
Hugh Douglas was a phenomenal pass rusher. I believe, might be wrong. I believe he's like number 3 or 4 on the Eagles sack list. I'm going to do that right now. He's up there. He had 54.5 in his Eagles tenure. Let's see. He is number 4. Reggie White's first, then Trent Cole, Clyde Simmons, and Hugh Douglas, 54.5. Brandon Graham will pass him this year. Brandon Graham is at 51. Hugh Douglas. Fletcher Cox may pass him also. He's at 48.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the next on the list is Vinny Curry. Well, not on the list now, but like Eagles. I mean, he's not in the Eagles anymore, but Derek Barnett with 14.
Mm-hmm.
So, active players in the Eagles. Brandon Graham, 51 sacks. Fletcher Cox, 48. Derek Barnett, 14. Almost as sad as the corner situation.
Yeah.
This is depressing.
A little bit. We apologize if you're feeling just as down as we are right now.
Yeah. Don't press X, please. So 55, Brandon Graham. He really doesn't have any competition for that number. You got Darryl Tapp, you got Stuart Bradley, who I really liked as a linebacker. Donnie Jones, Terry Harrison, Quentin Caver, Ray Farmer, Nate Dingle. Yeah, Ken Rose. Yeah, it's Brandon Graham. 57. TJ Edwards. I'm going to give it to Bill Cowher. Why not?
Might as well.
Some people don't know that Bill Cowher played for the Eagles. So there you go. This is what we're doing here. We are. My dog's having a bad dream in the background. People can hear. I'm not giving it to Bill Cowher. He played 2 years and he had zero stats. Yeah, we're gonna skip 57.
So 58.
58, Janari Avery. Will it go to LJ Fort?
I can't believe that they released him after signing him to a 2-year deal.
Will it go to Jordan Hicks? Or will it go to Mr. Deer Hunter Trinkle?
Mm-hmm.
Who I still have his jersey with pride.
Yeah, Trinkle was a monster.
What a die. He was so damn good. And then they tried him at linebacker. Oh, God. 66, Anthony Rush. A lot of people wore these numbers that are really bad. It's incredible. Before him was Akeem Spence, and then Will Beatty, Andrew Gardner, Dallas Reynolds.
Yeah, this is another terrible.
Oh
terrible
boy,
list.
This is worse than the offensive side. Then you look at 74, Deshaun Hall. Before him, you got T.Y. McGill, Nate Mankin, Winston Justice, Jeremy Bridges, Doug Brzezinski, Edwards. Oh, boy.
I think, should we just skip to the 90s?
And then you got Albert Huggins, 76. Sorry. Casey Tucker's now. He's gone. Now we'll go down to the 90s. Bruce Hector, number 90. You got it's Corey Simon.
Yeah.
Corey Simon was a beast of a defensive tackle.
Good Lord, whatever happened to Marcus Smith? What a waste of a damn pick.
We don't talk about him anymore. Corey Simon had 5 years in Philly, 32 sacks in 78 games. He was a mammoth in the middle.
But Trayvon Hester has the double doink.
He does.
He's a proud owner of the double doink.
Shit. We'll go back to that then. 91.
Fletcher
Cox. He's not even like why talk. I mean, before him, Chris Clemens was really good, but he's not even close to Fletcher Cox. Only 2 people has ever worn 92 in Eagles history.
Smiley Cresswell. And the legend himself.
Yep.
Reggie White.
Smiley Cresswell wore it in 1985. Before that, no one. And then Reggie White just owned it. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Then you got 93.
Who's 93 now?
Hargrave. Last to wear it was Tim Jernigan. Before him, Brandon Bear, Jason Babin, Trevor Lawrence, Javon Curse.
You remember? Yeah, Javon Curse. And you remember Jason Babin?
Yeah, Jason Babin was a bum. I think he had like one good year, and then that was
he just fell off.
He was another one. He came to Philly 2009, only had 2.5 sacks. Then he went to Tennessee, and then he came back and he had 18 sacks. 18 sacks, and then he had 5.5 in 11 games with the Eagles, and then he went to Jacksonville. You had 18 sacks. I think that's when Jim Washburn came over. I think, and he came over with him because he did with Tennessee. Oh, he was a beast for 1 year. In 3 years, he had 26 sacks, and 18 of them came in 1 year.
The next one actually is gonna be kind of interesting.
94.
94.
Josh what?
Keep going.
Haloti Ngata. Bo Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Landry, Ricky Sapp, Jason Babin, Monte Raygor, daddy of Jalen Raygor, Andy Kalu, Kelly Gregg, Bill Johnson, Kevin Johnson, Leonard Renfro, Steve Kafusi, Dan McMillan, Brian Darby. Another Darby.
Another Darby haunts us.
That's a weird number. Who are you taking?
I'm staying neutral on this one.
Why? Don't be a bum.
Not being a bum. It's just I love the idea of us having Haloti Ngata at the time. I love the potential of Josh Sweat, and I love what Bo Allen did for us. I was never really into Jason Babin. What's Daddy Raygor's stats?
He played 1 year with the Eagles. He was more known for his tenure with Indianapolis and Denver. His 1 year with the Eagles, he played 7 games. He had 1 sack.
Okay.
4 years in India, 12 sacks.
I'm going to lean with the potential of Josh Sweat.
Congratulations, Sweat. Number 96.
Oh, nobody's wearing 95 now, right?
Oh, Joe Osman with this, but you look at 95 and you're looking at Michael Kendricks, Victor Abimari, Jerome McDougal, Justin Enna, Terrell Williams, Henry Slay, another Slay, Richard Dent, William Fuller, Mike Flores, Al Harris, Doug Bartlett, Jody Schultz, and John Bunting.
Who are you going with?
Kendricks.
Yeah.
Kendricks was really – people forget how good Michael Kendricks was.
He was pretty damn good. I don't get like –
I mean, he's probably going to jail sometime soon.
I don't know why he screw up his life with stupidity, but –
96. Derek Garner Garnett. Not Kevin Garnett, who's my favorite basketball player of all time. Derek Barnett, Benny Logan, Greg Lloyd, Omar Gaither. I like Omar Gaither. Hey, man. These
Benny Logan was never the same after leaving Philly. He went to Kansas, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah. He was really good for the Eagles, and he wanted to go with Andy. And then he just fell off.
Completely.
Poor guy. That's a neutral one for me.
Yeah, I'm the same boat.
97.
Malik Jackson, who only played one game in the NFL with the Eagles.
So we got him, Destiny Vaeo, Taylor Hart, Isaac Sopoaga, Cullen Jenkins, he was a really good get. He was probably like one of the few quote unquote dream team players that worked out. I mean, he only played 2 years for them, but in the 2 years he had 9.5 sacks, 66 tackles, and he didn't miss a game. I mean, not that because he was really good with the Packers, but then yeah.
You know what never misses?
Broderick Bunkley. I really like Broderick Bunkley.
You know what never misses?
Manscaped.
You're damn right. The Lawnmower 3.0.
Go for it.
I'm throwing the alley-oop to you.
This is your ad.
No. I'm throwing the alley to you, right to you.
Alley-oop to me?
Yes, sir.
It's like you trying to start this up like a lawnmower?
Trying to get it revving.
Got to rev up the lawnmower. You know what? You don't have to rev up lawnmower. You don't have to rev up. It's Lawnmower 3.0 by Manscaped. It is revolutionizing the ball hair trimming game. Like don't again. You look at us. We've said it before. Look at us. We don't have much hair, if any.
Chris has more of a hairline than I do.
And thankfully, the barbershops are opening. Thankfully. But you know what they're not opening for? Are your balls. So you have to take care of your balls. The barber is not doing it for you.
How could they take care of it?
Going to Manscaped.com. Don't try and steer me.
This is a give and go process right now. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Just keep moving.
You know what's not as annoying as Brian? Not having your hair get caught in the buzzers, which does not happen with the Lawnmower 3.0. You just go down there and you mow your lawn, and it's nice and pristine. And they also came out with the weed whacker. Not your weeds down there, your weeds in here. It's a nose hair trimmer that has works better than any nose hair trimmer I have ever used, and I've used many because I have some really long. You know what's
the best part of both of them?
Tell us.
They're both waterproof.
They are waterproof, so you can do it in the shower.
That's kind of wild.
And just have it roll off of you and go into the drain, and then later on, depending on your situation down there, you might have to go to the supermarket and get one of those Drano things after you're done. Depending on how long you in quarantine you've been a little negligent. But listen. You hear us talk about this. You may say they have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about anything. We say this because this is the truth. They're really good. They just don't have that stuff. They have body wash. They have ball deodorant. If you're someone who's on your feet and you're going back to work soon because everything's opening up and you're on your feet all the time, ball deodorant. Put it in your hands. Wrap your balls, and you're good to go. Anti-chafing. Foot deodorant. They got you covered for this opening up of the states. So as these states open up, don't let people come out and just smell the fresh air and smell your body odor. Get yourself covered with Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com. Use code Flippin The Birds. The initials FTB. And get 20% off and free shipping.
Yep.
Now, can I go back before you interrupted me?
97 or 98?
We are at 98 right now. 97, I think we skipped. Oh, no, actually, I'm going to give it to Broderick Bunkley.
Okay.
98, Hassan Ridgeway. We've got Bruce Hector, Elijah Qualls, Connor Barwin, Mike Patterson, Greg Richmond, Brandon Whiting, Jimmy Jones, Michael Sampson, Tommy Jeter, Eloy Grooms, Greg Brown, and Mike Ditka.
Yeah.
Who's going to?
How long did Ditka play for the Eagles?
2 years. He was a tight end, and he had 385 receiving yards in 2 years. Ertz has that in the game.
Connor Barwin had the biggest influence out of this whole list.
I'd say so, too. So now we go to the rookies. We'll end everybody's off with some rookies. We got Sean Bradley had number 54. So who does he have to live up to? He has to live up to Camo, Jake Knott, rookie Brandon Graham, Tracy White, Nate Wayne, Terrio Harrison, Jeremiah Trotter. Right there. Stops right there. Jeremiah Trotter. And, or does it stop with Mr. AGT? Do you know who I'm talking about? Mr. America's Got Talent?
Mr. America's Got Talent.
Who's the host of America's Got Talent?
I don't watch TV like that, man. I really don't watch game shows like that.
Terry Crews. Terry Crews wore number 54 for the Eagles. He didn't play a game.
Yeah.
But
you said white chicks, it would have been a different scenario.
Yeah, whatever.
America's Got Talent. Oh, you really watched that?
Oh, yeah, I watched that show. Are you kidding?
Nah, I can't.
It's on right now. I'm missing it for you. I watch it on Hulu every day in the morning. Oh, yeah. It's incredible watching these people, do this stuff. And it makes me feel bad. Because I'm watching while I'm eating shit. And I'm like, oh. I'm watching all these people, like, flip and all that stuff and put their leg in and they do this. I'm like, oh, okay.
Guess I've done a lot with my life.
Here's an embarrassing story about me. Remember that show, it was on Nickelodeon. Was it called Figure It Out? It was a game show where people came on and they had talents, and the celebrity judges had to figure out what the talent was from clues, and they got slimed and shit. You never watch that show?
No.
You kidding me?
I'm not. Don't tell me you ended up on a game show when you were a kid.
No.
Oh.
I tried out for it.
Okay.
Because I thought having a talent of being able to split my fingers so far down was a talent. I remember submitting it when I was in like second grade, and I never heard back.
Wait, you thought doing a split with your fingers was a talent?
All right, watch. Look what I can do.
Oh my god!
Look, how did that hurt? Okay. Anyways, so Sean Bradley has to live up to Jeremiah Trotter. That's some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
So Driscoll has number 63, and you know what? He has to live up to. Who does he have to live up to? I know you have the numbers up there.
Danny Watkins.
No.
I thought you were making a joke.
No. He played for 1 year. This person played 1 year in 1999. I have to find this guy's jersey now.
Oh, David Diaz Infante. You're joking me, bro. I tried looking for the punchline.
It's a match made in heaven. I mean, I'll have to cross out the Diaz dash in the jersey, but hey, man, I should go find him. Maybe we're related. Probably not. He lives in San Jose, California. He's born. My birthday's 14, 2 weeks before him. So I'm gonna go find him. Maybe he's my uncle. 56 years old. No, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go do 23andMe and check out what's going on. So Driscoll has my namesake to live up to. Or maybe, oh no, that's 62. 63, yeah, that's not much.
Not much.
Not much. John Hightower, 82. He has Richard Rodgers, Torrey Smith, Emu Iwaganu, Clay Harbor.
Mr. Bachelorette.
Alex Smith, L.J. Smith, Demaine Douglas, Carl Hankton, Chris T. Jones, Victor Bailey, Mickey Schuler, Mike Quick.
It ends right there.
It ends right there.
Yeah.
So you got Mike Quick to live up to, Mr. Hightower.
Congratulations.
And that means you need to have at least 6,465 receiving yards in your Eagles career to be the better number. And 2 All-Pros and 5 Pro Bowls.
Not a lot.
No, that's okay. We got Jalen Hurts, number 2.
Oh, wait. You skipped the receiver.
I'm not. Who?
Quez.
I know Quez. I know he's at the bottom. I'm on the Eagles website right now.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm looking through numbers.
Jalen Hurts has Matt Barkley, David Akers, Steve DeLine, Dean Dorsey, Mike Horan, Mike Michael, and John Pilakonis.
The man who gave it to Dallas when we won the Super Bowl.
He's already the best quarterback on the list, probably. Yeah. But David Akers is probably the best. Even whatever Jalen Hurts does, no, not whatever Jalen Hurts does. If somehow, some way, Jalen Hurts becomes his quarterback way down the line, and he's good, then he's obviously the best number 2 in Eagles history. Right now, David Akers.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Reagor, number 18. He has to beat out Josh McCown. Or maybe Shelton Gibson. Or DGB. Or DGB. Maybe Jeremy Maclin. Jeremy Maclin's a bum. I say that with his jersey in my closet. Dante Stallworth.
I forget that he used to be an Eagle.
So yeah, Jalen Reagor has Jeremy Maclin. I mean, and Maclin is compared to Jeremy Maclin.
Mm-hmm.
So
Reagor is compared to Maclin. You meant to say.
What did I just say?
You said Jeremy Maclin's compared to Maclin.
Yeah, he is. He's compared to himself a lot. I'm tired, man. 52. Davion Taylor has Zach Brown to live up to. Najee Good, Brad Jones, Jason Phillip, Brian Roll, Daniel Teonesham, rest in peace. He passed away, I think, a couple of years ago. Tracy White. Yeah. He has himself to live up to.
Yeah.
Hill is 56. I don't think he's going to live up to this guy, but Chris Long.
I think it stops there.
Chris Long is, for his 2 years with the Eagles,
was already considered a GOAT for Philly.
Very. There's no one. 2 years, 11.5 sacks in 32 games. You're not touching him. We talked about Kayvon Wallace already. Quez is number 80.
Last player before Quez to wear it, Jordan Matthews.
Jordan Matthews, Marcus Wheaton, Ron Johnson, Kevin Curtis, James Thrash, Dylan McMullen, Torrance Small, Irving Fryer, Reggie Johnson, James Lofted, Reggie Lawrence, Rod Harris, Marvin. There's a lot of people. Chris Carter. Chris Carter could be really good for the Eagles, but he left. And, he didn't make that much of an impact with the Eagles. He had played 3 years, 1,450 yards, but he could have been really good for the Eagles. Yeah. Obviously, he went on to the Vikings to be really, really, really good for the Vikings.
Randy Moss.
Yeah. He had 12,000 yards with the Vikings. But right now, he has Jordan Matthews. So, Quez, you got to be better than Jordan Matthews. For right now, that's it. Yeah, we have a lot of players that are just it's a shame that all these numbers have just such shitty histories.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just interesting to look at all these numbers and just, it kind of has you reminiscing. Like, oh, I remember that player. Oh, I remember how I felt when I saw this player play, which was terrible.
Majority of the time.
And I remember when this corner was on the team and he was really bad, and this corner and he was really bad, and then this corner he was really bad, and this corner was really bad, and this linebacker was really bad. So that's it with the numbers. we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary in about a month from now.
Yeah.
Where are you taking me for dinner?
Are they doing the plastic glasses in dinner places now?
I think when I went to a place by me a couple weeks ago. It was plastic beer cup.
I can't stand you. You got me convinced for a second.
I expect candlelit dinner.
A candlelit dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe by the river, by the Hudson?
Yeah, by the Hudson, so we could watch the bodies float by.
That's such a sad thing.
The Hudson River. You go in and you don't know what's coming out with you.
You don't know what you're coming out with.
And you don't know you don't know if you're coming out.
You're gonna come out like Swamp Thing or glowing.
You're gonna come out with like an arm right here.
Oh man, Jersey. But Philly, thank you for tuning in today. Even Jersey as well, because a lot of South Jersey folks.
Guys, hold on. Guys, if you're still listening, I looked at our reviews and it's still at 21.
21 ratings, yes.
21 ratings, yes. And you didn't take our contest. Like, don't you want free stuff? Again, our contest is go on Apple Podcasts, leave a review, talk glowingly about us with a 5-star, but in your review, give us a drink recipe. And if we like your drink recipe, we'll send you a free shirt.
Yeah.
Simple. We're not asking you to retweet. We're not asking you to like our picture. We're not, doing all this stuff that other podcasts are doing because that's stupid. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's and not that we don't like to do the work, but it's just we feel like we want to be a little more personal. We don't want to just send you a jersey. I know you want a jersey, you like free stuff. We're sending you a free shirt, but we like to get personal with you guys. If you don't know this, so send us your favorite drink. We might make fun of you for it.
That's very enticing.
Like if you send us a recipe for like a sex on the beach or something.
Don't get me no fruity stuff, please. Can we avoid that?
I know, but or beer to try out, or whatever.
Give us your favorite Philly beer, your favorite PA beer.
Give it to us, and then if we're drinking it, we'll send you a shirt.
Yeah, I'm completely behind that.
Easy. We're behind it. Maybe Liam isn't, but that's okay.
Let's move him over.
Well, he doesn't know. Won't hurt us yet.
Maybe in the future. It's not now.
Yeah, not right now.
But make sure you guys do that. Please hit up either whether it's Apple. You can't review on Spotify if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't think so.
So Apple Podcasts, review it. YouTube, just leave us your favorite drink recipe. Tell us how you feel about the podcast. And until next week, I'm Brian Cameron. He's Chris Infante, and this is Flippin' the Birds.
Go Birds.
Yes, sir.